Hello, hello. Can you hear me? I'm Eunice here, and today I'm going to share with you the 3 tips to get the best answers from ChatGPT. If you're here with me tonight, say hello and put in the comment, and make sure you actually click on the link on top. Uh, Let me just remove myself from here. On top there, there's a click allow StreamYard to feature you on comments so that I can see your comments. So I'll be checking on and off here. So if I were to check on StreamYard itself, you have to click on the link on top so that I'll be able to look at it directly, or I'll be checking my phone on and off to see your comments on Facebook itself. So yeah, who knows what is ChatGPT all about? And are you a user of ChatGPT already? Are you an active user? So if it's a yes, type in yes. If it's a no, just say no. It's okay to not get started because what is your feeling about the rise of AI, the rise of ChatGPT? Is there a lot of fear going on, or are you excited? So I know some of you actually heard me going live talking about AI and ChatGPT. I actually got some DMs, and they were saying, Eunice, honestly speaking, it's a love and hate relationship with AI, because I am at the same time very excited about that, but also at the same time overwhelmed and fearful about it, because a lot of job is definitely going to be replaced by AI. That's what they said, and I feel that um, there's no privacy online, and um, people can use our voice, use our face to do all kinds of things. Now, let's not go into the fear mode. I would say we evolve. As human beings, we evolve, and technology evolves as well. So it always goes back to the intention of the technology you use, right? So there are two sides of everything. That is just the law of the universe. That is just the law of nature. Like that's yin, that's yang. So that's good, that's bad. Well, actually, it's just a connection of things. Now, if we say we are fearful of AI, let's look into the perks of having AI. Now, think about those tasks that are monotonous, that are repetitive, that you could get AI to help you to grow your business without you needing to do the repetitive work itself. So, that is a great way to grow your business, isn't it? So, as entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, that is a very helpful helping hand. In fact, that is something that you want to pursue more, to understand more how you could leverage on doing a business. Now, back in the days, I knew some business owners that were even skeptical about online banking. They didn't want to go online banking because they foresee there will be a lot of scams. They have technical issues. They don't even want to go there. However, after 5 years in trials and tribulations, especially during the pandemic, they were kind of forced to go online. So that was an evolution on its own. And people are actually using this process, the systems, to help them to generate more income online. And in fact, those that pivoted during that time made a lot of money. And of course, some of them that couldn't pivot, they changed into different businesses. So however, the world is not going to stop evolving if we choose not to evolve. So we just have to start getting evolved with it. So without Facebook, I would say some people don't like the marketing on Facebook. And if we don't have Facebook, now you and me would not be connected. I wouldn't be having this live conversation with anybody. So we just have to evolve with technology, whether it's on the good side or the bad side of things. We have to look back into our intention. Why are we using this technology for? Are we causing harm? Are we causing hurt to others? Or are we actually using it to for others greater benefits? So I think if you're using it for greater benefits of others because you trust your business will change lives, will transform lives, then you are actually using the technology with good intention, and there's no fear should be tied to it. I mean, that's just my take of it. Of course, you are entitled to your opinion and your thoughts about AI. Now, okay, now let's talk about how can you actually unlock the full potential of ChatGPT. Well, today we have three expert tips to share with you how to first talk to your ChatGPT, and the word that you need to learn is prime. So you need to prime ChatGPT effectively. Now, these tips will help you get more accurate, more relevant responses every time. Are you ready? So let's get started. If you're here with me, type on let's get started. Okay, so tip number one is actually be very clear and specific. Think of it this way. Now you're talking to a robot, you're talking to a learning machine. So basically it's a processor of your language, right? So what you want to do is prime them with information that they do not know yet. So basically everything about yourself, your business, what you're looking for, so that you have clear and specific details in your questions. Now, let's give you an example. Now, imagine you wanted to know more about, you want to write an article about the benefits of meditation, right? You could have just go into ChatGPT, prompted as like, tell me more about meditation. Then what you'll be getting really generic answer to the benefits of meditation. So you will see that pop, very good, concise content. However, just so you know, if you happen to take the first of response generated, you are very likely to end up having the same content as everybody else in the market. So basically, every author now these days, every um, copywriter, every person that actually use ChatGPT, if for the first answer, then you will have a lot of people having the same answer. And of course, I also know that someone was concerned about, they asked me like, you know what, how do I know that no one else is using the same answers I do? How do we go about, you know, IP, intellectual property protection? Well, it actually is in the open space and it's none of our IPs. In fact, I would say the more you feed your information to ChatGPT, the more it picks it up. The more it picks it up, the more it knows about you, and the more when other people search about you, it can provide more concise and precise information about you to them. So, likewise, it is also a very good promotional tool for business. If you intend to grow your business and you give as much information as possible to ChatGPT. So, okay, example, instead of asking ChatGPT about tell me about meditation, you want to ask in a more clear and specific manner, like, what are the benefits of meditation for improving focus and reducing stress? Give me 10 examples of it with real life cases samples. So by doing so, you actually have a clear context, and then ChatGPT will be able to generate more of a tailored response. Right? That is how it works. So you can try it right now if you can pull up your ChatGPT, give it a prompt, and then go in there and type in, tell me more about benefits about exercise. So read what ChatGPT actually generate for you for the first time, right? if you have actually generated one, do feel free to put in the comment down below so that we can actually have a look together, right? So I want to share it with you. However, let me just see if I can do this. All right. I think I'll skip that because otherwise I'll be taking too much time. We only have like 30 minutes left, right? Or 23 minutes? Yeah, 23 minutes. So let me just cover all the tips first, and then we can go ahead and do the interactive activity if we have more time, right? So you can actually prompt and then regenerate response after that. And the pro tip also, one thing is do not take the first response. Because if you take the first response, you are likely to have the same article or have the same copywriting as anybody else that is in the market doing the same thing that you do. So you want to actually click on regenerate a response at least 3 to 5 times. The best is 5 times and above, so that you get something more concise, more tailored to your question. So the more information you fit in the robot, I would say AI, the better it will be. Just like when you start a relationship or you date with a girl or a boy, right? So you want them to know more about you. At the same time, you want to understand more about them so that you'll be able to get the best value out of the relationship. It's very similar in that sense. However, what we're talking about here is AI is a language, is a natural language processor, I'll call it, because it actually helps you to actually generate to process the information as humanly as it can be. Right. Number two. Now let's go on to tip number two, how to actually get a better answer from ChatGPT is actually keep it concise and focus. So it's very important to strike the balance between whether it's enough information or you're actually overwhelming the ChatGPT with excessive details, or your audience or whoever that is reading your article as a result from you using this ChatGPT to generate all those responses. Of course, it is of our own due diligence to fact check, to also restructure whatever that is not so humanly about this information. This information are great. So basically, everyone can have the access to it. But there's one thing that can never replace is you, the essence of you being the human that is presenting this information with warmth. I think that cannot be taken by ChatGPT just yet. If it does in the future, well, I believe human will be much more evolved in the sense that we could do much more greater things. I mean, by then, after all, who are the founders of ChatGPT, right? Human beings, right? Yeah, and the programmers writing behind it. So basically, that's ChatGPT is a huge. I would say in another way, how you put it is a huge library of knowledge where we actually is training them by asking them the right questions and feeding them the right answers as well. So we are actually training our own ChatGPT. You you won't be surprised that one day they are going to actually charge you for, now they are already charging you for a fee if you intend to have that paid version, which is faster and which can give you more leverage in terms of response time. So in the future, as the system learn much more information about us, that what we're feeding them right now, I won't be surprised that we'll be charged for subscription based just to get an answer from it. Now the database or the information available right now in ChatGPT is actually as it ends at 2022. So what we have the information, if you have actually fed the information way before 2022, which means is by the end of 2021, you will likely to see all this information already in ChatGPT's knowledge base, which is the brain of ChatGPT. Now, so example, another question that you may be asking about to ChatGPT. Tell me about the history of Roman Empire. So if you write this prompt, see what does it tell you, right? You go in and key in this information, and you'll find out that it actually is um, there, but it's not as focused as concise as you want to be. So you could actually talk to it like, tell me about the history of Roman Empire within this decade to this decade, or within certain time range. Then it will give you a much more effective and more concise answer. Yeah. So the next trip is actually a tip is actually iteration and refinement. So we want to keep on. It's just like a child learning, right? So a child learns best when you reiterate, or you keep on repeating what they needed to learn at least 3 times. So once a pattern, once, uh, so that is a there is a code that we say once is a incident, twice is coincidence, thrice is a pattern. So what AI is actually getting from us is actually it recognizes pattern, and it recognizes similarities, it recognizes in that manner, in logical manner. So they are being trained in that sense. So what you want to do, number three, is actually the initial response from ChatGPT, as I have mentioned earlier, will not be as standardized as you want to be. So it is all part of the process. So what you want to do is, if it's not aligned to what you're looking for, don't be discouraged. It's just that it has only this much of information in it, and maybe we just need to tweak a little bit of our question, so that we could guide it with a more precise information or answer to the question that we are looking for. I'm sure you already have certain answers in your head. It's just that you're using ChatGPT more to structure in a readable manner, or in a more user-friendly manner, so that it is in good grammatical order, or perhaps in uh, a better vocabularies, right? So that may be your purpose of doing it. Ultimately, we still need to do a bit of tweaking after getting the really the copy from it. So, what about you going into ChatGPT and give it a shot? Like, I'll give you a scenario. Say you want to refine the priming to get better response, right? So, what we're going to do, you can type in, you are planning a camping trip and you want to know the best camping spots in Malaysia. So, I'm in Malaysia. So, you can type it that. So, you will see the initial response from ChatGPT. They will give you a list of probably these spots, but it's not going to tell you exactly what is so exciting, or what is so good about these camping spots, right? Yeah. So what you want to do is that, hi, whoever says watching, let me know where you're watching from, and let me know if you're getting something from here. Right. So what you want to do is that you go in and refine your priming. So you can steer, you are navigating ChatGPT rather than it navigates you, because it's almost like you're training a child. You're training ChatGPT to become your own robot, to understand you. And again, it's like dating with your partner, and you want it to understand you more. So basically, if the response that you get is not exactly what you're looking for, it's okay. Just rephrase it and be more specific, be more clear, keep it concise, keep it focused, and just play around with it, so that don't be afraid to reiterate and refine, because to AI, you are never being too naggy. Not like our children, or I mean, any parents here. I'm a parent, so I'm a mom. I'm a single mom, and sometimes I tend to reiterate a bit too much to my children, and it's like, Mom, you told me this many times before, so yeah. So okay, yeah, that's how it works. Right. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll be checking my phone to see if there's any comments, any questions here. Oh, okay, there's none. That is about the three big tips that you want to prime properly. So let me know what else that you need to know more about how you can prime. Of course, next live, I would actually do the demo. And in fact, in this live, I would just give you the context of it. So next round, we can actually play around with it a little bit more, so that you can actually visualize and see how the responses differ when you use different priming. So priming is basically just the word that we use is actually giving the context to ChatGPT prior to us asking the questions. So you want to let it know that who you are, what you're doing, where you're coming from, and what are you looking to get from ChatGPT. And the funny thing is, the other day I was telling it about my company, what it does, and then it does give you a opinion of someone opinion to say that, oh, it's very thoughtful of you. It's great to see companies like yourself is focusing on personal development and transformation to achieve collective enlightenment, something like that. So it's actually quite fun. Go into ChatGPT without the mind frame that, oh, this is so scary, this is so overwhelming. Before you even go there, just think about, oh, you're meeting a new friend that's called ChatGPT, and now you're talking to it. So ChatGPT needs to know a little bit more about you, the context of where you are from, what you're doing, and what you're looking for to achieve with the conversation. That's what they ChatGPT is looking for. So, as ChatGPT is catching up, Google is definitely not leaving it at just that. It also have launched Google Bart. So, actually, I just played with Google Bart yesterday. I didn't really go in depth. I would I would say it that the concept is very similar. So if you start training the AI, whether it's BART, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's any other AI tool, they want you to give them as much information as possible so that they can generate an answer that is as concise and as helpful as possible for you as well. So that is a two-way communication actually with ChatGPT, which makes it so much more fun compared to Google search back in the days. Well, Google search was a big thing when it was 20 years ago, when it was launched back in the uni days. I was so taken aback. I was so excited for it because at that point, AI that we learned in university was more about, having a question, feeding it with the answer, feeding it with a question, feeding with the answer. So the knowledge base was only as big as we want to fit it. So now that is actually ChatGPT is assessing the world, basically global audience right now, you and me. It's have access to every individual. Imagine the number of knowledge is collecting every single day from every person in the world. So you can see how much it could actually expand its database, which is like the brain, the knowledge in it that it gets to process every time. So therefore, sometimes it may take time for it to generate an answer for you. You just have to be a bit more patient with it because it's actually looking for those information within its big database, a big head, big brain, I would call it. Yeah, that's how it works. And therefore, it's just as important for us to understand how to work with it, not overwhelmed by it. Well, actually, it's just like every other systems in I would say every other systems in the world, right? This is just a system. It is a language. So every system is also developed by applying a language at the back end. So it's just like a software that we develop, right? And what's happening here is human beings that are actually inputting the logic, is inputting the information inside. So ultimately, we are the creator of these systems, and therefore, in fact, we shouldn't be fearful of it. We should embrace it because it is part of our evolution. And if we could actually leverage on it to scale our own businesses, to scale our knowledge, why not, right? Why not give it a try? So I know ChatGPT and AI has changed the landscape of our business just in this few months. I can't imagine how much more it could actually change and transform more businesses down the road. So that's a very important thing that we want to look into. Say if we don't actually embrace it now, it may be too late. I wouldn't say AI would replace humans. However, I wouldn't say AI will replace humans. It is people that know AI better would probably replace people that know less AI, because of productivity and because it's the scalability of your business when you actually use AI in your day-to-day tasks. And actually, if you actually cut out all the less productive day-to-day mundane tasks that can be automated, say if you write an if and else, a logic in your system that allow them to send an email when this person answers certain things and give them a certain response when they ask you certain questions, then you don't have to sit in front of a computer to actually answer these things. Of course, again, I want to say AI would not be able to replace the warmth of us being human, being, having emotions, having the connection, definitely. However, it does help us to increase our productivity, efficiency, and as well scalability throughout in our business, in our life, by just giving us probably an overview answers that people already have, um, that they input, and they have actually trained ChatGPT to understand, they train AI to understand. So I mean that is my take as well. If if um if you're spiritually evolved, I believe you already know, when you actually meditate and be in stillness, you do have that download direct from the source, from universe, which supersede what the AI know. However, as a person that got the download from the universe, from the higher power, higher self, if we actually train AI or ChatGPT to, with our downloads in that sense, they will also have the access to these downloads, and they will actually help us to propagate the same wisdoms, the same answers, and so forth to the collective. So that's where we want to achieve. We want to achieve a better way of life, a better world in sense of, how we can actually focus more on things that we love by not doing the things that we find it mundane or a bit, discouraging, in the sense that if it's repetitive in nature, which we can easily get it replaced by any systems, by any AI, why not, right? So that we all have that more time and more to achieve what we want to achieve in this lifetime. So I think ChatGPT is going in a direction that I think is going to benefit us a lot rather than a threat. So, what is your view? Of course, I this is just my view, and I feel this is what I want to share with you today. So, if you feel ChatGPT is not really helping you in your business, you want to start thinking why it is not helping you in a business. Is it because you're not implementing it yet, or you don't you feel discouraged to actually start using AI, or perhaps you think it's threatening to you, in fact, right? In terms of privacy, in terms of security, and all that. Now, being in the IT industry for a while now, it is I would say cybersecurity has always been a gray area, and um, if you're not really doing anything out of you know out of normal, I think it's still pretty safe and in a way for you to scale your business. Anyway, our information are already out there, so all we could do is actually leverage what's available to make it work for our business. So let me know what you think about this statements, and of course let me know what you think AI is going to do for your business. Now, I am ending this with an invitation for those of you that want to know more about how you can actually use AI to help you with copywriting and launch your funnel in 3 days, to join us in our workshop that is coming up soon on June. And Stella will be the main host of this event, and you want to join it at fasttracktomonetize.com. So go ahead and sign up for this event. It's a free workshop where you learn how to scale your business using automation, using ChatGPT, using AI. We're going to incorporate a little bit of that into helping you to come up with the best headline for your business, the copywriting, a little bit of it for the graphics, even so that you can launch your first open funnel in 3 days. So why not hop in and see if it's something that you're looking for, or it may give you the breakthrough, or even rewire your mindset about it's just AI is so scary, it's so overwhelming, I don't want to do it. And maybe it will change your mind. And if it change your mind, it change the way you do your business, it grow your business. Why not give it a try, right? So this is the event that is coming up on June, and we hope to see you there. I'll be there as the co-host, and Stella will be taking you on this journey how she built her 6 7 figures businesses for herself and also for her mentees, her students like me included. And I really want you all to benefit from it as much as I have benefited from it since 2020, when I started learning from Stella. She is so well versed with the business strategies, and um, even for me to come to the point that I'm able to do this Facebook Live at the same time, to be able to come up with a joint venture with her. I think it took uh, it, it was a great journey altogether. So give it a shot. It's free. And I just want to invite you to first understand how you can automate your business so that it's scale for you to 6 7 figures without doing it all by yourself. So yeah, so join us, and I'll see you in a workshop, and we hope to see you again in next Tuesday live to cover more about AI, ChatGPT, and a lot more tools that may help you to scale your business and grow your business. Well, till then, I'll see you next week. It's very nice to be here. And I'm taking this over from Stella for a while. I know some of you will be missing her. Anyway, she'll be featuring some of her latest videos or posts. So make sure you engage with her and talk to her if you miss her. All right, that's all for today. I'll see you.